Hey everybody, Gabe Jenkins back with you for AutoCAD drawing number 15. We are going to go ahead and get started. Like I said in the overview video, this is the walkthrough video, like I said in the overview video, this is a pretty straightforward drawing. It doesn't really include anything new, just kind of helps you to remember stuff that you might have already done on an earlier drawing, and we're going to combine them into new ways. And hopefully you're feeling like you're getting really, really comfortable with all of the elements of kind of seeing a more complex shape and breaking it down into its component constituent elements, and building up something more complicated from something simple, right? So let's get started. I'm over here in AutoCAD. I got my inches template with all the layers on it that I'm working from, because the biggest thing I see right here is 7.8. This actually wouldn't fit on a 12 by or 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, because if you had to double this, it would be a little bit bigger, but whatever. The numbers going to feel fine for right now. So I'm going to start off by just the same way we did in the overview. I said I was going to make this rectangle, then that rectangle, fillet the corners, and go from there, right? So I'm going to start over here, make a rectangle, click on it. Says what's my starting point? Doesn't really matter. I'm going to move it in a second. And how big do I want it? This one I want to be, let's see, the inside one. Something to figure out real quick. Inside is 4 from top to bottom, and no, yeah, 4 from top to bottom, and it's twice of this, so it's 10 from left to right. So this one's going to be 10, and this one's going to be 4. Cool. I'm going to end up moving this because I like things to be symmetric. I like them to I don't know, maybe it appeals to something deep in my inner core, but I like that to be right in the middle. So that's where I'm going to put it. I'm going to fillet all the corners, and it says that the inside rectangle has a fillet. All the corners are going to have a fillet of 1. So I'm going to say fillet R1, and I'm going to do polyline this time just to do everything so that it does them all at once. Great. Now I'm going to make an outer rectangle that looks just like it. I'm going to, instead of making my own rectangle and fillet it again, I could do that, no problem. But I'm just going to do it with the offset tool. So I'm going to click the offset tool, and I want my specified distance to be 1, because it says it's 1 unit from the inside to the outside. I say 1, click on the whole shape, drag it out a little bit, click again, and it's done. Okay, I'm out of the offset tool, and so now I got this rectangle and that rectangle ready to go. I'm going to start to make a few just construction lines so I can start to locate where the center point of this circle is and that circle is. And I know that it is 4.8 units up from the horizontal kind of center construction line right there. 4.8 units up and 4.8 units down. And I also know that from the vertical, it's going to be 7.8 over and 7.8 7.8 to the left and 7.8 to the right. So, before I do anything, I'm going to put these on the visible layer. Cool. Now they're on the visible layer, I want to go now start making things on the construction layer. I'm going to make construction lines that start here at the origin and go straight out. And I want to have one that goes straight up. I don't think I need any other ones that go through the origin at that point. All right, I'm going to offset these two lines. Going to go 4.8, and 4.8 is going to go up, and 4.8 down, and then I need to do how far over left and right they are. And so I'm going to do 7.8 this time, and I'm going to click on this one, 7.8 over that way and 7.8 over this way. Okay, so now that's going to be the center point of one circle, and that's going to be the center point of another circle. Everything else is just, I could trim all the other parts away, I just don't care to do it, right? So I'm going to go back to my visible layer, visible, and then I'm going to start making my little circles here. So the first one has a diameter of 2. So I can go here, make a diameter circle. Say this one's going to be 2. Same thing down here, diameter of 2. And you notice I don't have to make it exactly. I just type in the number that I want. AutoCAD is smart enough to figure that out. The one that is slightly bigger than this, I could make an arc, I guess, but I'm not going to bother with it. I'm going to make a circle that has a radius of 1.4 or a diameter of 2.8. I'm going to click on my radius just so I don't have to do the math. I could do the math. 1.4. Same thing again down here. 1.4. All right, great. So that's done. Now like I said in the overview video, it's really just like a few more tangent lines and we're basically done, right? And a little bit of trim, cool, get rid of stuff. All right, so I'm gonna make a line that, I'm gonna make this line that goes from here down to there, right? Like from here down to there. I'm gonna do that with my tangent tool. So I clicked on line, I'm gonna hit Shift, right click, and then it gives me this whole so these are all constraints that I can place on the line I'm about to draw. And like I was telling a student yesterday, you should play around with these a little bit. Just like if you got some spare time, play around and see what they do, because these are all different things that you can constrain the line you're about to draw. You can say, like, no matter what, AutoCAD, make sure that this line I'm about to draw is blah, blah, blah. Is at the geometric center. Is parallel to another line I'm about to draw, etc. Here we're going to do tangent lines. So I'm going to say here, and if you look really carefully, maybe it's hard to see in the video, but as I move around the circle, you're going to see a tiny little green circle with a line touching it. That indicates that the constraint I'm about to place on this line, that means it has to be tangent to the element that I am currently touching, which in this case is the big circle. So I click once there, and you can see it's, no matter where my cursor is trying to go, it's going to keep the line from that circle tangent from where I am. All right. Next, I'm going to go Shift right click again, and I'm going to say tangent down here. And I'm going to say I want it to be tangent to this arc. Okay? Cool. Great. Done. Okay? I'm going to exit out of that. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Shift, right click, tangent. Cool. Shift, right click, tangent. Make a tangent to that arc. And I'm starting to get exactly what I'm looking for here, right? All right. Next, I need to make a circle that's going to be tangent to here and tangent to this line. And so we need to go tangent, tangent, and I need to know the radius. So I go back over here to my diagram, and it says 2 times a radius of 3. That means that there's 2 elements that have the same radius. The radius is 3 for both of those things. So that has a radius of 3, and the second thing right here has a radius of 3 as well. So we go over here to circle, draw a tangent, tangent, radius circle. I don't have to do the Shift right click here because the element that I'm trying to draw itself is already kind of built in tangent, tangent. That's like the whole point of picking this kind of circle. So I can just click here and pick a second point. I want it to be tangent down here, and I want it to have a radius of, actually, you know what, let me do it one more time, just make sure I'm picking on here. And I want it to be tangent to this line, and I want it to have a radius of 3. Okay, cool. Now you zoom out, it looks insane, it looks crazy, but you can see once I start to trim stuff away, it's going to be fine. Right? Same thing down here. Here, I want it to be tangent to that, same radius of 3. Great. So now I'm like 99% done. All I got to do is trim away the parts I don't want. Trim. I can see if I look closely, there's one more tiny little line I got to trim away. And don't be, sometimes there's I want you to get in the habit of looking really carefully at it, because even if there's like a tiny little line that's wrong, that tiny little line that's wrong is just wrong. And I want you to make sure that you're making everything exactly the way it's supposed to be, and just get in the habit of being right. Because it's great to be good, but it's even better to be 100% right. So this looks like it's almost done, but it's not quite there. Zoom out one more time. Done. And I'm going to exit out of my trim tool to make sure I don't accidentally trim something away like I sometimes do. And that looks, I'm going to do my comparison like I always do, and then I'm going to do my dimensions to make sure that those indicate that all the dimensions that I've drawn here match up with the dimensions that are on the reference diagram. And assuming they do, you're great. Put that to 0, put my construction line so I can just kind of, and it looks fantastic. When you turn it in, you're going to turn it in with dimensions on the dimension layer and with center points on those 2 circles. And that's it. All right. Hope that was easy for you. It's pretty straightforward. Not too many steps on that one again. So hopefully this is getting really, really, just like I know how to do that, I know how to do that. And building more complex shapes is starting to feel pretty straightforward for you. All right. Have a great day, everybody.